I just bought this 1985 Chevy K5 Blazer. The cool thing about this Blazer is it was a military issue and it has the 6.2 Detroit diesel in it. There's one small catch. It doesn't run. I paid $1,200 for this thing. If I can get this running, I can turn a pretty good profit on these, as these go for some pretty good money on Facebook Marketplace. But I think I have a better plan. I'll tell you about that at the end of this video. Let's get this old green behemoth loaded up, taken to my new shop, and let's see if we can get it running. Mytee Products sent me out these straps. Guys, if you are alive and you have a trailer, you definitely need these straps. These things made strapping this Blazer down so easy. That went off with safety in mind. A shop's not a shop without a flag. My friend Max sent me this. His channel is The Landfather. One of the nicest people I've ever had the privilege of meeting. This with safety in mind here. I'm proud to have that flag in this shop. We are looking for signs of life. That's the goal here. So this is a 24-volt system. Is it gonna make me hook up 2 batteries? I can hear somebody's brain sizzling right now. What do you say? Where does this go to? So on a 24-volt system, positive goes to the thing on one battery, and the negative goes to the thing on the other battery, and then you hook the positive and negative in between that. What do you say? It does something. What's all this? Oh, bungee cords. Starting to look like the factory already. Where does this go? Oh, fine, I'll get the second battery. Both of these batteries have been sitting in my other shop, completely protected from the weather. However, the temperature dropped below 75 degrees, so I'm sure they are both dead. You hook this electrode up here, and this electrode here. I don't know why I have a German accent for that. Okay, I have the key pinned to the on position, the transmission in drive, and the pedal smashed to the floor. As soon as I touch power to this, I don't have a clue, honestly. I think I just heard another diesel pull up.
Did you check the oil?
No. I'd like to barge in here and tell you guys one thing. When I picked this thing up, I forgot to check the oil, the transmission fluid, the coolant, you know, the important things that you would check out before you buy something.
Why don't I? There is a black liquid on there, so. Hey, that sounds better than my 6.2 out of the starter.
I can't believe that rolled over that easy. Oh yeah. Let me see if I can find some fresh air.
Check your fuel filter at all?
No. What? I like to check the air filters after I crank and suck them out. That's the thing. Oh, look at how clean that is. Wow.
That'll be enough. I was gonna plumb the freaking transfer tank right in.
That's making some interesting noises. Hello. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about these old trucks is you can crawl in the engine bay and just work in them.
Still not as easy as your tow truck, I'm sure. That one there, you're like, wow, it comes with a camper too. You can sleep.
You just sleep right under the and keep you warm. And
yeah.
That's what that thing needs is an old Detroit swap.
Oh, dude.
So we got fuel on this injector, so with diesels you gotta, when they run out of fuel, which this thing did, you gotta bleed the injectors. You don't have to bleed them all, you just gotta get like 60% of them, and then the truck running should pull the other ones online, allegedly.
Actually, the proper way to heat or bleed injectors is...
Is it in drive? I got a jump pack. Check out my grid heater.
I can't believe that rolled over that easy.
You know what? I bet you that's their issue. What? I bet you somebody put a 12 volt. Well, that right there tells me that your starter is not having a good time. Yeah. She's got nothing, boss. You go here. Man, that's a bummer. It was so. Ow! I forgot to put the feet on it.
These things are pretty nice. Keeps your underwear clothes clean. I'll leave links for these in the description. I also have an Amazon storefront. That's down there as well. This is why nothing ever gets done. I was gonna mess with the fuel tank, then figure out how the fuel system worked. I then decided to test my starter and also try to repair it on this lift table, but the lift table doesn't go all the way up. So I had to find some power steering fluid to fill the lift table up. I'm gonna have to. I feel like power steering fluid is the same thing as hydraulic jack oil. I just remembered I gotta grease my cart wheels. One thing accomplished thus far. Come on! How does it fall out of my own hand? You guys want to know what happens when you put 24 volts to a 12 volt starter? So the first indication of catastrophic failure is all this. That should never be coming out of a starter. This is supposed to be connected, and the points are melted really bad. And this is missing like chunks of copper here. So that's exactly what happened. Too many volts to a 12 volt starter. Don't do that. Too much, too soon. $247 later. So for all the purists out there, I'm gonna sort of make this thing a 12 volt system again. It's a lot more user friendly. Parts are a lot more inexpensive. These 6.2 diesels in GM non-military vehicles all came with 12 volt systems. So everything that the military did was they added the 24 volt system for the starter and the alternators, and then they added a bunch of resistors for like the glow plugs. It's gonna be pretty easy to turn this back to a pretty much complete 12 volt system. Having to go to wherever my tools are, and with this cart I can just bring it right to me. I'm honestly not sure what's gonna happen here, so just taking some extra precautions. I have no power in the truck. Okay, I have power and it cranks. Okay, that's cool. I don't see any unusual amounts of smoke. Let's clean out the inside. There's trees growing up through there. Manual 4-wheel drive, that's nice. Floor on this side's pretty good. Floor here is not so good. Move right into the back seat. Another really big hole in the floor there. What we got here? This seat folds down, that's cool. Came with a free box with a glove box in it. What are these? Anybody know what these are for? Let me know if you do. Fiberglass is in good shape. Thing just bolts right on. And if you take that off, you basically have a truck with a back seat. Floor over here is pretty whooped. Nothing a file cabinet won't fix. Boom. Good rear view mirror. Saving that. These shelves are really nice. And after a quick clean, we are looking 1,000 times better. But all the garbage is out of here. And I vacuumed up a bunch of the floors. Still like trees in here. Where were we? Fuel. Back working on the tank. Got to get rid of that skid plate. So fuel tank's leaking from the rear. I want to get the fuel out of there before that gets worse. These are the fuel tank bolts. Yeah, there's like pinholes on every corner of that thing. Gonna order a new tank, run new fuel lines. I'm thinking that this filler neck is shot. Tank straps, because they're shot. Ah! That would have been a lot easier if I could have done that with my eyes open, but since I'm so concerned about safety, I had to keep them closed while I was grinding. Priority and everything. Sweeping up is a weird concept. Maybe not for most, but I've been working in the dirt for so long. You don't sweep the dirt. The final piece in this puzzle. I have all the things now. Tanks, tank strap, filler neck, vent hose, filler neck tube, fuel pump, quiet, some rubber strap thing, and I got a fuel filter. Allegedly goes in here. I did some science, and now I'm cutting things in half. Ah! You got that? I learned a lot. That's on grind! Straps are extended. So the reason I had to extend these straps is because these straps were for a 25-gallon tank. This tank is a 31-gallon tank, and the military K5 Blazers came with like a 29-gallon tank. Not a big deal when you can weld. It would be considered frowned upon or less than ideal to weld on a filler neck if there was a tank in the truck or if the tank especially had gasoline. Highly recommend avoiding that situation at all costs. Okay. Did you put fuel in it? Yeah, I loaded it up your way a lot. Yep. There you go. When you are with me. Thanks, buddy. Nice guy, eh?
No.
Holy cow, tank's in. Fuel line back to the tank is hooked up. I'm gonna get rid of all of the hackery from the previous owner, all this goofy lines, stuff that doesn't belong. I want this to be entirely running on the stock fuel system. There we go. New fuel filter. I apologize for all the noise, but Mr. In and Out over here is... Oh. Now that I'm blind in one eye and can't see out of the other. Ah, jeez. Fill her up, see where it leaks out. There. I suspect some hard starting first time because that entire fuel line is empty. The fuel filter's empty. So let's see what happens here. I want to see if it'll start again under its own. Give it to her. Okay. I don't see any leaks, which is a good sign. Well, it runs and it drives. So at the beginning of the video, I told you I had an idea for this Blazer. Hear me out. What if we took my 1950s tow truck and dropped it on this chassis? I would have a 4-wheel drive tow truck, diesel, automatic, modern suspension, modern brakes, modern wheels, modern for 1985, mind you, that I could go do some pretty cool rescues with, pulling more stuff like this out of the weeds. Anyway, back to the Blazer Ford tow truck baby thing. Let me know what you guys think about that project in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys think it is an abomination to try to do something like that, or if it's something you guys would like to see in the future on the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the flippity flop.